These tips and strategies to protect yourself are not being uttered in the mainstream. Stick around and I'll share them with you. Hello Roy Ones, and welcome back to the channel. There is so much stuff going on right now, so I almost felt compelled to do a video to talk about the different germs, viruses, and bacteria that the mainstream is talking about, but they're really not telling you ways to build your immune system. They're telling you a lot about, different factors. And by the way, in this video, I'm gonna try not to use this freaking word too much because I see a lot of the videos being taken down, and Facebook, Google, and the rest of them actually was talking about, working on strategies to remove false data, fake news. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Wash your hands. We all heard this thousands of times already. Wash your hands. It's extremely important. I actually concur with this. I was raised to wash my hands several times. My mother and my father made me wash my hands many times, and I didn't like it back then, but I understand why now, of course. Now, what we need to do is be very mindful of what we're washing our hands with. If we're washing our hands with antibacterial soap all the time, this is going to be devastating. And we're going to find the effects are going to last a long time, and a lot of the situations that come and the infections that come, we're not going to know where it's coming from, and we didn't have the positive bacteria there to protect us. It's positive and negative bacteria on our hands, in our whole body. So what do I use? I use organic soaps. Organic soaps to wash your hands. Organic soaps kill the negative bacteria and keep the positive ones on you. Not only organic soap, but organic sanitizers too. There is a lot of them out here now. So that's something that you could definitely find really easy. Wash our phones. A lot of us never wash our phones. A lot of us never think about washing our phones. It's not really talked about much. But research is actually saying that there's up to 25,000 grams per inch of germs on your phone. That's dirtier than a toilet seat. 25,000 per inch. It's way dirtier than a toilet. It's absolutely insane. Then if you think about it, you think about how many people you give your phone. You think about you putting your phone in your pocket. You think about putting it in the purse. You think about the tables you put it on. You think about the people that you lent it to. You think about the kids playing with it. You think about you playing with your pets and dogs and touching your phone. You think about taking it to the bathroom. You think about while you're eating, you're touching your phones. Loaded with bacteria. So a simple step of washing your phone can drastically reduce your exposure with your hands with bacteria. And try to use organic soaps and stuff like that to wash your phone at least once a day. We don't want to go crazy with washing every freaking 5 seconds, because then you become a little neurotic. Wash your fruits and vegetables. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has tested and found that 30% of strawberries are contaminated with at least 10 different pesticides, and the dirtiest of them was contaminated with up to 21 pesticides. Now, we just talking about the pesticides. We're not talking about how many hands actually touch your fruit. There could be hundreds as far as we know. I mean, that's a little over exaggerated, but you get the point that there's a lot of hands touching your fruit. And God knows if they dropped it a couple of times, what they did in between it being packaged. Do not assume that because it's put in plastic that it's clean. It's not necessarily true. So the best thing you could possibly do is to soak them, to wash them. What I use is I soak my vegetables and fruits in apple cider vinegar. And if not apple cider vinegar, white vinegar. It works wonders in getting rid of the bacteria and all the other dirt that's on your vegetables and fruits. And this way you know you're eating some clean food. Herbs. Herbs are amazing. Simply amazing. They have been used throughout the test of time for generations, for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. The reason they've been used is because they are effective in healing the body. Otherwise, these civilizations wouldn't have used it. Now, mainstream science seems to roll its eyes at herbs, mainly because of financial reasons. Right? We got to be honest. It's mainly because of financial reasons. Now, there's nothing wrong with medications and maybe some vaccines. Maybe. I don't know. But I believe everything serves a purpose. And I believe that before we even get to the stages of being overwhelmed and being extremely sick, we need to take the initiative to heal ourselves, to be proactive, and to do the things necessary to build our own health, our own immunity. And one of the best things in the world is to use herbs. Now, this point is so important that I'm going to pick up my paper right now, because we're going to talk about Astragalus and some of the benefits of this particular herb. And the reason I chose these herbs is because of their ability to particularly heal your lungs, which is the major thing that people are concerned about, and it's the major thing that this particular virus that we're dealing with right now, it attacks, right? So if you have a strong immune system and you're using herbs to build and protect the lungs, you won't really be susceptible to the current outbreaks that's going on. So, like I said, and this particular quote that I'm getting ready to read from about Astragalus is from Milton S. Hershey's Medical Center. Astragalus is an adaptogen, and it is used to protect and support the immune system, preventing colds and upper respiratory infections, lowering blood pressure, treating diabetes, and protecting the liver. Now, the one thing I want to emphasize here is upper respiratory, right? It really does prevent and protect your respiratory system, so much so that I'm going to read it again for you. Astragalus is an adaptogen, and it is used to protect and support the immune system, preventing colds and upper respiratory infections, lowering blood pressure, treating diabetes, and protecting the liver. Amazing. So let's go to the second one. Elderberry liquid extract. This is one of my favorites. I use it all the time. Matter of fact, the bottle that I have is gone because the last time, maybe about 7 months ago, I started to feel like I was going to catch a cold, and I devoured the whole bottle within a week, along with some vitamin D3, and the cold went away. So this stuff works, and I've been using it for a long time. That's the reason I did the research on this particular one, to find out the benefits. And here we go. This is according to the National Center for Biotechnology Information. Elderberry liquid extract works to eliminate human pathogens, bacteria, as well as influenza viruses and respiratory bacterial pathogens. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all want me to read that again for you? I will. It's important. Elderberry liquid extract works to eliminate human pathogenic bacteria as well as influenza viruses, respiratory bacterial pathogens. That's huge, because what are we dealing with right now? We're dealing with respiratory bacterial pathogens. Now, most herbs, you have to get ahead of this stuff. You have to start taking this stuff before you get hit. Because once you get hit with these viruses and stuff, already you're flooded and you're in trouble. right? So the main point of this is to be proactive with things that actually are effective in the areas that are being harmed and devastating people right now, which is the lungs. And these particular two herbs work wonders. And it's not only coming from me, it's coming from well-established medical institutions with tons of science-based information to back it. So check it out for yourself. Let's go straight from the herbs and go to vitamins. One of the great vitamins that is very good to take is zinc. So what about zinc? Zinc helps decrease susceptibility to acute lower respiratory tract infections. And this is according to the World Health Organization. So what does it do? Helps decrease susceptibility to acute lower respiratory tract infections. Amazing. It's amazing. Try to go out and get this stuff or order it as soon as you can, because people that know about this stuff, they're devouring it. They're going in the shops, they're ordering online, and honestly, we'll be lucky if we're able to get some of this stuff. Let's go into my favorite, vitamin C. Everybody who watches this channel knows I absolutely adore vitamin C, and I take it all the time. Vitamin C is amazing. It's my favorite universal nutrient. It's mandatory for us to take it. The more we have, the better we feel. You know, there's over 60,000 pages of literature in the U.S.'s own database. The United States of America's database has over 60,000 records of how well vitamin C is in protecting and building the body. Specifically, clearing up viruses. And clearing up viruses with vitamin C is usually through high dose intravenous vitamin C. So you got to take it intravenously if you're screwed up. If you're screwed up, you got to take like maybe, you know, a lot. And one of the ways I got into vitamin C and why I'm so into it is because I had a lot of issues at one point too. And for instance, one day I was just playing basketball and my knees got shot. I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't walk for a long time. It made me research it. It made me run into a video on YouTube. This video on YouTube was produced by 60 Minutes. And it talked about an Australian man who actually got the swine flu and had to be admitted to the hospital. He became unconscious. They put him on a respirator. They took x-rays of his lungs, and his lungs were completely covered. Completely. Now his family had to fight the hospital system to put him on intravenous vitamin C. And by that, he started to wake up. He got out of the coma. They started to give him lipospheric vitamin C orally, which is a different whole ball game. That one goes straight through your digestive system. It bypasses it, goes straight to your bloodstream and into your cells. So you're getting a lot of vitamin C directly into your cells. It's not like a lot of basic oral vitamin C where the digestive system will wipe most of it out. Maybe out of 1,000 milligrams, you might get 75 grams of regular vitamin C. So you can see the difference in effectiveness in just the numbers. But after he started taking this lipospheric vitamin C, he completely left the hospital and he was completely fine. I'm going to link that video below because it pretty much revolutionized and changed my life after I seen it. I said, if this vitamin C can heal his swine flu, I should be great with my knees. And it worked. Within a week, of course, I went high dose. I was taking like 20,000 milligrams a day for like a week. I bought so many boxes that it was insane. But it worked. That's the only thing that matters. I didn't have to go to the hospital. and my knees was great. Anybody watch the channel, I'm ridiculously active, a mixed martial artist, play sports, work out all the time. So vitamin C is extremely effective in building your immune system, building collagen, and actually fighting and killing viruses. But like I said, you always want to get ahead of any kind of illness, so you have to build your immune system. So just to close, because that's the last one I got for y'all, at least right now. To close, I'm going to say that we have to take more responsibility for our own health. We cannot rely on the information that is only being projected through the mainstream media. Because the mainstream media, if you know of it, all of it's coordinated. Everybody's saying the same thing. Now we need to have some different outlooks here, some different perspectives. But when it's coordinated on that level, it can be very dangerous because we don't know anything else. Thank goodness for YouTube. Now let me give you another example about vitamin C, because I'm extremely passionate about it. I started to watch YouTube and I found the doctor on YouTube, and he is particularly in China, and he is actually part of the team to combat the coronavirus. Okay, I said it. Hopefully the algorithms don't pick this up and delete the video altogether. But he is specifically tasked to combat the coronavirus with a whole bunch of other people, probably the whole country, right? And what he's been saying is that they've added high dose vitamin C to the protocols for treating the coronavirus in China with great effectiveness. He's actually been uploading videos quite often. I will put that video underneath too for y'all to link on to see. So y'all can see some of these different perspectives that's going on, and to see how other countries are actually tackling and handling this, because China is supposedly has this in check. How did they get it in check? And especially not only China, I think South Korea too. How did they get it in check? I know the protocols, according to this particular doctor, is adding a high dose vitamin C, and it is effective in neutralizing and reducing all the symptoms to the point where people can leave. So I mean, that's pretty much incredible. It's incredible. So a lot of information out there. I wanted to get out here and show y'all something because it's kind of crazy out right now. And these things that I've listed, check them out for yourselves. Do your own research, you know, and make sure that y'all good in this time. Still have a lot of joy and live your life too. Don't be caught up in fear, because science has proven that if you are fearful, it greatly reduces your immune system. So do not watch the media 24/7, because if you do, you're going to be freaking out. You're going to be nervous of anybody. Anybody that's around you and they cough, you're going to look at them like you want to kill them. You're going to look at them like they spreading everything around, right? But if you have a super strong immune system, you are not worried about that. Always be cautious, but you're not worried. Super strong immune system, they even say it in the media, 80% of the cases of the coronavirus self-resolve itself. Why? Because your immune system handles it. And if your immune system is strong enough, you won't even get any symptoms, because your immune system will wipe it out. So I just wanted to share this. Hope this helped. Peace.